I think it's fairly safe for me to say that ordinary life is filled with a lot of confusion. I think that's a very safe thing to say. And it's very hard to be able to see clearly, when we're really entangled in our experiences. I would think it's actually impossible, I think. And that's why we need to set aside some unhurried time to rest and see. And like when you hear teachings, and you understand them, actually that doesn't help really. Because just understanding won't free you. You have to experience the truth of the teachings. You have to experience them directly. You have to experience the truth that they reveal about your mind directly, not as a theory, but through your own experience in a process of discovery, not just learning. So that's why many people practice in order to calm their mind. Not really what we do here at all. We practice here in order to see what the hell is going on. That's our kind of. I want to know what's happening, not just to calm our mind. And so, in order to do that, we escape for a little while from the madding crowd. Okay. And basically just finding a quiet space, some quiet time, which is what we're doing now. And I'm thinking more about, but anyway, when, you might find that when you do this, when you have a little bit of space, some quiet time, that maybe you've been under a lot of stress recently, and your mind is very active. It's just going a mile a minute, And there's techniques you can use. And there's things you can do, but actually, the method is not to try to force it to be still, because that never works. Now I have some bad news. There's no escape. There's no escape from the activity of your mind. There's no escape. So stop trying to escape. Just let it be. Let it be. Just let it be. And it's probably a good idea to drop any idea of meditating. Just sitting in silence, in ordinariness, maybe with a cup of tea, very casual. Just everyday ordinariness. No plan, not setting yourself up with something to accomplish. Repel, clear light. Don't set yourself up. Nothing to accomplish. You just simply give yourself permission to rest. Just to rest. Just to rest. So resting while being aware of your mind. Just like observing your mind. It's basically as if, the way that this works is, it's as if you're seeing a performance that's just happening, that's not directed at you. You're watching your mind as this kind of a performance is happening that's not focused on you. You're just watching what's happening. Not controlling. And basically you have to have the courage just to rest and leaving thoughts just to be themselves. So, for the next couple of minutes, we'll do that. You don't need to get involved. There's nothing happening. You don't need to get involved in anything. You're on a break. Just 2 minutes. I'll stop after 2 minutes. How's that? You're not trying to understand anything either. You're just looking. Could be that nothing is happening. Like for me at the minute, there's nothing happening. Could be. Doesn't matter. Could be that there's something going on. Just let it be. So as you rest like this, you might begin to notice the nature of the activity in your mind. Normally we just see the activity. Here, because you're at rest and not mucking with it, you might begin to see the nature of the activity. Like for example, thoughts left unaltered don't last very long. So one of the things I wanted to get across, is that Um, you don't need to spend a lot of time doing this. 30 seconds is actually enough. We're not trying to squeeze ourselves into something. We're not trying to force anything. We're just trying to recognize the nature of our awareness. And you don't need a special place to do this. You don't need a special environment. You can do this, my favorite example, with the shopping trolley in the queue at the supermarket. Just rest your mind. So let's just do that again, just for a minute or so. Just very ordinary. You can hear stuff. Nothing special. Not creating anything. Not pretending. Breathing. It's easy, isn't it? You've not really achieved anything. Except maybe, there's a certain kind of spaciousness. Certain spaciousness. This spaciousness is very difficult to have when everyday life is in your face. It's why we need to practice. But as you practice repeatedly, you can, if you're able to practice for a long time, great, Most people, when they try to do for a long time, they just end up lost. So short time, short sessions, but you can do it anywhere, anytime. And if you do, this spaciousness becomes more familiar. And there's a certain stability comes. A stability that you can bring into everyday life situations and not be tossed around. Okay. That's the bit for this morning. So I know you'll have things to do and so on. So see you on the other side.